Easy to get caught up in all the fun and excitement of Halloween, of course, but safety should still be a top priority for ourselves and our pets.
And our pets, often we forget about that. Joining us now with some helpful reminders is celebrity dog trainer and former host of Animal Planet's Good Dog You, Joel Silverman. First of all, good morning. We love having you on here, and we loved hearing from his little pet a little bit earlier, too, in the background.
Yeah, your pup made a little guest appearance.
Exactly.
You two could be
Thanks for having
twins. You and Jim. I love it.
Yeah, Oliver was a little vocal before.
That's all right. All right, so Halloween. I know a lot of people, when we think about holidays and pets, we think about 4th of July and how they get nervous about that. So what are some of the pitfalls of Halloween when it comes to our pets?
Well, there's two things I always tell people you want to think about, and that's people and people food, because that's really what Halloween is all about. And whether you take your dog outside, dog's inside the house, whether people come in or your dog is going to be exposed to people and treats. And it's important to understand it's about 12. They have about an increase of 12% more lost dog calls. They increase 12% on Halloween. So it's important for people to understand, because what happens is many times people come inside the door, not many times, but people come inside the door, and if your dog is loose and cruising around, the dog can slip outside the door as people are coming, as you're opening the door to give the people the treats and stuff like that. So I always recommend keeping your dog in the back of the house, in a room, or crate train your dog. And so you always want to and if your dog can't be loose, your dog can't get out. And so that's something to think about as far as that's concerned. The other thing we always talk about, and that is, they make dog food for dogs, and that's why we feed our dogs. We can use treats to train the dogs, and if you want to use chicken cheese and stuff down the road, that's fine. But when it comes to candy, you want to make sure you keep that out of the reach of the dogs. I always want to make it, if the dog can't get to it, the dog can't eat it. If it's low, the dog can't get to it. And we all know that chocolate can be an issue. Xylitol, which is basically a sugar substitute that people are using now, that's something that can be very, very toxic to your dog as well. A lot of different things. So really important people to understand that. Every dog is different. My story is, I grew up as a marine mammal trainer and movie animal trainer and TV show host and stuff like that. And whatever I do, it's all about the relationship, understanding that every dog is different. So your dog is going to be different. And some dogs are okay with people coming in and out, but some dogs need to be kind of, put back a little bit in another room.
Oh, they definitely have their own unique personalities. And we were talking earlier, and you mentioned something about a book. So you have a new book out. Where do people need to go check that out?
Yeah, a book called Rituals. I've written, people know me, I've written a bunch of books called What Color is Your Dog and Training Your Dog Based on Personality. But this newest book is called Rituals. And Rituals is really about understanding the fact of what a ritual is. And ritual is something that your dog does. And it's a makeup of your dog. And it's about going with the flow with your dog and understanding the fact that because of that ritual, your dog might need to be trained a little different than another dog that really doesn't have that same ritual. So it's really important to understand. You can always go to my website, go to Amazon and get the book. And then I always talk a lot about, again, training, positive reinforcement, Bill Jack treats. People know me. I've been using Bill Jack treats for a long time. They have dessert treats for Halloween for your dog. So you can go to PetSmart and get those as well. So it gives your dog the opportunity to have that treat instead of getting a treat that he's not supposed to have, a treat that's good for him. So.
Well, Joel, you've been a pleasure to talk to. I feel like we could talk to you all day long. We both are big animal lovers, so thank you so much.
We'd love to come back.
Absolutely, anytime.
All right, guys, thanks for having me.